Anyway, very excited. So many congratulations to her. So much love. I'm sure she'll do a great job. So, just been really excited about that since today and yesterday when the election results were finally called. And I'm also hoping just for more different kind of leadership about what's been happening with COVID in our country. Of course, I'm concerned about the spread all across the world. And I think that, the way the current administration has chosen to talk about it probably hasn't been the best communication. And so I'm just looking forward to things changing in that area too, although I think COVID is going to be with us for a while, unfortunately. So anyway, that's all for political talk. That's not what this podcast is about. I hope that wherever you are, that you all are well, that your families are well and safe. So the holidays are coming up. And with that in mind, I wanted to do a podcast about some projects that I just recently completed that I thought you all might want to know about or try because they are all quick projects. They're all economical. Some of them can just be used with your stash yarn. And all of these the patterns were easy to follow. There's even one that I'll talk about that is an especially good pattern for beginners if you're a beginner crocheter. So anyway, with that, and I just wanted to say, you can probably see the tape I put on my fabric panel in the back. I'm sorry about that, but I didn't know how else to put it up, and I wanted to show it to you. I had gotten it. It was on sale, I think, through Annie's Crafts. And I'm not a quilter. Sorry, you can see all my junk I have here on the table that I want to talk about. But I just couldn't help myself. I love horses and birds, and I thought it was just so cute for the holiday season. So anyway, I'll have to figure out something cool to do with it. I don't know what, but it just really cheers me up looking at it. Anyway, so this particular pattern I'm going to show you first. It's not necessarily a holiday type pattern. I just wanted to show it because I completed it for fall, and fall's getting close to being over. But I was so excited how it turned out. So this is the fabulous Fall Wreath. It is a free pattern on Yarnspirations. There is also a great tutorial on YouTube about all of these, various little single pieces. And it's if you follow the Crochet Crowd with Mikey, you can find it on there, and I found it really helpful. But really, it's pretty simple to do. One of the things I needed to do just to change the pattern just a little bit, just to give you a heads up, if you can't find the type of wreath at your craft store that they suggest, you can always just get, like a styrofoam wreath, which is what I had to do. But then you can just crochet a little cover for it, which is what I did with some stash yarn. And these are all just single crochet stitches, and you can just make a little, sock for it and stitch it up. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. I love how colorful it is. I just used all stash yarn, so it was great. It was a lot of fun. So on to the Christmas ideas. So first of all, you probably noticed this beautiful cowl that I am wearing. I'm going to turn the camera back a little more towards me so I'm not off on the side. Okay. So this is the Outlander Cowl. And it's a free pattern, which I got on the, it's a little bit older because, Outlander's been popular for a while, but Dabbles and Babbles, Jamey Ekins is the designer on that site. So that's where I downloaded this from. I'm surprised that it was free because she also includes with her really well written pattern a whole nother PDF of tips and frequently asked questions. She has a lot of photos. She answers all the questions you would have if you're a beginner crocheter. Like she talks about things like, why is my cowl getting narrower? She talks about missing stitches, just all of those questions that you would have as a beginner. She explains them all. I mean, it's really, she did a lot of great work on it. So if you're a beginning crocheter, you want to try your hand at making something for Christmas, this is a really great pattern. Also, it only took me, I didn't work on it like every single night, but it only took me maybe like 3 nights to finish this. And it's a very simple repeat stitch. It's not hard to follow. You're making your stitches in the back post or the back loop, the back loop, which she explains just completely thoroughly and has pictures and everything. So it makes this nice texture here. Anyway, so I'm extremely pleased with it. It was easy, clear. This would be a great gift for people. And it's economical. I used the Caron 1 pound yarn. It's 100% acrylic. This one's, it's a little tiny bit. There's tiny bit of roughness to it, but this isn't, completely like up against your neck like that. So, and normally I'm kind of sensitive to that. I cannot wear anything scratchy at all. And this has been okay. I've worn it a couple times. So, highly recommend that. Along with this, I had wanted to make some fingerless gloves. And so this is a different designer. So I made, these are the Dahlia fingerless gloves. I guess I don't know if I'm holding that backwards or not, but anyway, I love this pattern. I loved how it came out so textury. I used the same yarn, the Caron 1 pound by Your Inspirations. So the designer for this is April Miller at the Easy Design, and she has quite a few really pretty fingerless glove patterns. They're really classy looking. I love that style. And right now on her Etsy store, she has 50% off on all of her patterns. So it's April Miller at the Easy Design. I highly recommend her patterns too. Easy to follow. Really good. So there's that. And then if you like to make little toys for your pets, I tried this little amigurumi fish sardine cat toy. And you make 3 little sardines, and you make this little tin, and you can use stash yarn. It's just worsted weight yarn. So let's see, who was it? This was a Lion Brand Vanna's Choice free pattern. There was not a designer listed. So I don't know. They decided not to credit whoever made this. So I mean, this is my daughter just got a kitten. She just adopted a kitten, and she saw this online and she asked if I could make this for her. So this is really fun to make. If you're not sure about trying amigurumi, this is probably a really easy pattern to try first time out. The only thing I would say about this pattern is that I use the hook that they suggested, and for some reason one of my fish turned out super big. It's a lot bigger than these two. He will fit in here, but this is worsted weight yarn, so I don't know what happened. But the other thing is, if you use that pattern, just beware that they don't tell you, like a good amigurumi pattern will tell you, and I wasn't paying attention, that before you close up your fish, you want to sew these eyes on. So that was kind of hard for me to do, and like you can see, this one didn't go as great as the other ones. I had to stick the needle. There's a little opening here in the tail. I had to squish it up really tight and stick the needle through the tail to make the eyes, and so that was kind of hard. So yeah, do it before you stuff and close your sardine, and it won't tell you that in the pattern. But anyway, it's fun because you can stuff it with stuffing and catnip, and so, you know, the kitties will have fun with that. Also, I mean, this one, again, I mean, I finished this in maybe like 3 nights. It was super easy, really fast. So this is, if you like to give your pets toys at the holiday, this is super fun. And then let's see, the last finished project I had that is fun for Christmas that I wanted to share with you is, this is the first time I ever made a Christmas stocking. This stocking is by, I'm drawing a blank, I'm trying to remember who designed this. It's from an Annie's Crochet, a Granny Square Christmas. It's a little booklet I bought a few months ago. It has tons of fun Granny Square Christmas designs in it. Oh, and the designer is Lisa Gentry. Finally remembered. So this was really fun. It was fun. I've never made any kind of crochet sock before, so it was fun seeing the process, learning the process of how you put the heel in and how you make the toe. And on this one, I used, what was the yarn? Let me see if I wrote it on here. Nope, I didn't. Oh, it's Red Heart. I don't know if it's Super Saver, but it's the mistletoe color. It's really economical yarn. I had gotten it on sale, I think maybe at like Joann's or something. So I just loved it's this triple color. But then I just used stash yarn for this cute little cuff on the top. And then, you know, it's got a nice little hook on here. So I love it. I love how it turned out. This looks like it would take a while to make, but also this one, I think I made it in maybe like 3 nights. Because, you know, it's just, I mean, other than your heel and your toe, which are simple, I mean, you know, it's just this granny square, which goes by quick. So Anyway, can't wait to hang it up with my other stockings. So that's like all the finished things I wanted to show you. I did have a couple of some other yarns I had gotten just for, not necessary, I mean, they could be for Christmas, I guess, Christmas gifts, but I was gonna try this Bernat Pipsqueak stripes. It was on sale at my Joann's store. I'm kind of wondering if with all of this texture, if it's gonna be hard to work with, if I won't be able to see the stitches very well. I was trying another Pipsqueak yarn, and I found that I had to kind of feel where the stitches were. And when I bought this, I hadn't tried working with my other Pipsqueak yarn that I already had in my stash, so I don't know. I guess what I should do is look at, they include a free little baby blanket pattern in here, so I'll look at the stitch that they recommend for this, and maybe that'll help me out. So anyway, it's cute and fun, which, you know me, I always like colorful. Then I had a hat I'm thinking about trying, and it asked for super bulky yarn. So I found this Bernat blanket. It's a big enough skein. I should be able to use just this one skein for the hat. It's bulky, so it's a size 6. This is 100% polyester. So, and it's velvety. I've been wanting to work with like a velvety or a chenille for a long time. So that should be fun. But I also picked up a little bit of the red Heart Scrubby. This is great. This is also good for Christmas gifts. Online you can find, I think there's a free pattern on Red Heart. Yeah, because I made, if you want to make like bath accessories for people, there's a bunch of, you know, scrubbies you can make for your hand, like a bath mitt, or you can make, I don't have it with me because I gave it away as a gift, but there's one of those two-handled, you know, you can scrub your back with it. It's just a long rectangle and it has handles, and you can scrub your back. So that was really easy. It turned out nice. So I was gonna make some more of those for Christmas gifts for stocking stuffers. So you can usually pick this up relatively inexpensively. And I had gotten it through Hersrschners. I'll put a link to their site, but they had it on sale there. So that's one of my suggestions for quick and easy Christmas gifts. Again, if you're a beginner, you probably wouldn't have any trouble making any of the little bath accessories. This is not necessarily an easy thing to do, but this is another pet idea. I don't have a picture of the pattern in front of me, but we have 2 cats, my husband and I, and they're both elderly, and one of them was just diagnosed with diabetes. So she's been doing better since she's been getting her insulin shots, and I worried that, you know, because she has to have the shots twice a day, and I was so worried. I was like, ooh. But the needles are so tiny, she doesn't even feel them at all. So so that's been good, and she's been feeling better. But I'm sure you've probably seen those really fun kitty couches, you know, on the internet. I bought the one by Candy Clayton. It's an Annie's crochet pattern, but the designer's Candy Clayton, and in the PDF, you can do it as a downloadable PDF from Annie's. There's 3 different couches in there, and they're super cute. So I had bought this before I knew she was sick, but now that I know that she's, you know, got diabetes, I was like, oh, she needs her own little couch to rest on. So I ordered the yarn. It's just a Hersrschners Worsted 8 yarn, but the color is, this is 100% acrylic, and I think the color is berry. Anyway, it doesn't say on here, but I'm pretty sure that's what it said in the catalog when I ordered it. I love it. You can machine wash and dry it, which is important if your cat obviously is going to use it. But I think she'll really like this color. She likes this little pink blanket that I lay down to lay on. So I was hoping she'd be attracted to this color for her couch. So anyway, that was fun. I was excited to see it. So that kind of wraps up everything I had to talk to you about today. I wanted to share for Christmas ideas. And as you might know, if you've seen any of my other podcasts, or you follow me on Instagram, or even if you've seen a Facebook page I have, which I don't really keep it up, but I am a mental health counselor. And so one of the things I find myself telling my clients a lot, and particularly when it was coming up on election, was practice staying in the moment that you have right now. Practice noticing what's happening right now. If we continually get caught up in thinking about all the outcomes of everything that's going to happen, that's super anxiety provoking, because we can imagine all kinds of stuff happening, right? It's not easy to do, but the more that you practice it, the more that you notice, okay, I'm having a thought. I'm having a thought about the outcome of this or what could happen. The more that we notice that, the more that we can detach from it or observe it. And instead of becoming caught up in it and heightening our anxiety. So as much as you can, when you're in a peaceful moment, if you're safe in your home, if you're, playing with your pets, if you have pets, if you're playing with your kids or your grandchildren, just notice and stay in those moments. Because there is good in the world to notice if we're not caught up in, everything. If we're not caught up on our phone, on our feed, on our phone continually, right? Because that's not always necessarily positive. So just practice noticing the moment that you're in right now, because it's trite, but it's true. It's all that we have is this moment right now. So enjoy it, especially if it's good. It's hard to enjoy a moment that's not, right? But, in those moments of peace and quiet and contentment, just stay with those, celebrate those. So I hope that you all have some great projects planned for yourselves to keep yourselves busy, that keep you inspired. Thank you so much for tuning in. I so appreciate it. I appreciate all of you out there. Take care.